in my role as a leader shifted based on the needs of my teammates. In the time since I published my share of the task, I have started to reformulate what it means to be a good leader, an effective leader, and the best leader that I could be. All of this broad and philosophical thinking helped me to realize that leadership isn't what we think it is, and it never has been. Leadership is not something I learned in the classroom and implemented over the course of my life. It has been a product of the relationships that I have made throughout my life. There was no map that would have led me to take the route from a young cadet to my current life in Alexandria, Virginia. Only with the benefit of hindsight can I see the true nature of where I have traveled and the means by which I have become the person that I am. At any given moment in my life, it was an internal compass that guided me only to my true north. Perhaps then, leadership is about building a path for ourselves, and more critically, leadership is accepting the fact that starting that trip with any idea where we will end up may be a fool's errand. We can always aspire to grow into the leader that we envision ourselves becoming, but we cannot rely on an existing map to tell us how to get there. If we could, then it would be easy for us all to determine the traits, actions, and choices that will set us on the path to virtuous leadership. However, given that we each find ourselves uniquely positioned in our own lives, there are no common, mapped-out routes that every person must take to get to where we hope to go. Leaders are less like navigators in that way, and more like cartographers. We carve our own path forward into the future, knowing that we cannot predict what lies ahead. This uncertainty is exciting. We should not be afraid in facing a world of possibility. Rather, we should be emboldened by the knowledge that while we can learn from the paths that others have pioneered, the route we map is entirely our own. We are navigating a new world, one that no one else has seen through our eyes. The journey that we ultimately take creates the person that we become. This journey is the path of our leadership. But where to begin? The question is a daunting one, to be sure. The book that you are reading, Welcome to Management by Ryan Hawk, is a remarkably good place to start. His work provides nuanced and articulate insights into the best way to begin developing a plan for bringing to light how we should lead, and it starts with re-examining ourselves. When cartographers begin their voyage to the unfamiliar, they begin with what they can identify and observe. They situate themselves in the world by looking to what they know best. As Ryan identifies, in developing our path toward leadership, we must begin with ourselves, both inside and out. Only then can we begin to build our teams, lead our teams, and ultimately seek to have our leadership stand the test of time. It should be said that cartography is an onerous task, and one that has fallen out of fashion, as Ryan aptly notes. We rely on technology to point us in the right direction, in the same way we shirk the kinds of profound thought that force us to grapple with who we truly are. Today's society, no matter how complex and machine-driven it may be, requires leadership more than ever. It takes courage to be a cartographer. While it is hard work, it is the right work. In that vein, writing on leadership today is a special kind of challenge. With every week, new books appear on the shelves claiming to have the one true method for becoming a good leader. Few books revel in the process of leadership through the experience of what it means to grow into a leadership role. As you read Welcome to Management, think about what it means to be a successful leader in your own mind. Analyze the eventual payoff that he discusses and how it looks in your mind. And most important, make the conscious decision not to rely only on the roads traveled by others. As Ryan writes, your journey begins with you. After you finish this book, you will have many ideas about how to begin growing into the leader that Ryan discusses. When you do, I have one piece of advice. Put down the map and pick up the compass. I can't wait to see where you'll go. General Stanley McChrystal, U.S. Army, retired. Introduction. Ancora imparo. Yet I am learning. Michelangelo. Ancora imparo is an Italian phrase meaning, yet I am learning. It is often attributed to the Renaissance genius Michelangelo, supposedly observed